Hi there. I recently prepared this workbook and I shared it on my LinkedIn, and there's so much love coming from everyone in the data fam. This map shows where the pigeons were seen. The red dots signify higher density, more sightings. And as you go towards the suburbs, you see that less and less pigeons were seen. The map shows you the location, and what you have here is split of the sightings by days of the week and time in a 24-hour format. Mondays are the days when most pigeons were spotted. And I can clearly find that 11 o'clock in the morning was when most of them were seen. So, how the bar charts on the side give an overall picture of how the distribution is. I am Ojo. I'm a data fam since 2013. I talk a lot about Tableau. It's my true passion. Behind the scenes, what you see here on this sheet is a tree map. I have the weekdays on my rows and the hour of the date, my create date, on the columns. This is a dummy. I've just created it for the purpose of having this field. Getting the weekday onto the sheet is as easy as, let me take this away, as easy as right click and drag the create date. It opens up a bunch of options. I'll choose weekday. Same thing for the hour. Let's see how I did that. Right click, drag, hour. What about the color? I could have chosen something a little bit subtle, like a gray. However, I felt the need to be a little bit artistic this time. And I've taken the same field and placed it on the label marks card. Let's look at what I'm doing here. If I did all, it would be a little busy and overwhelming. So I said, show the text when I highlight something. That way, when I have Tuesday highlighted, I see these marks. Or say I have an hour selected, I see those marks. Now let's look at the other component, which is the bar chart by the weekday. Intentionally, I hid my header because if I did leave it in there, then it would be a double whammy. As you can see, we all understand that it's Sunday. The trick is in lining it up. When you design the dashboard, I've used containers. I'll get to that shortly. But there is no need for this additional weekday header. So I hid that header. Let's go back to this sheet. And then I did drag the count of pigeons. There's a theme here. Made it into a bar chart and colored it by the same sort of color palette. I could have done a gray and been a little bit more professional with that, but I took the creative liberty. Let's look at the other one. The right click drag of the create date and selected the discrete hour here. To break it down, I've hidden it. Let's come to the map. It's a density map. Instead of having it show up as a bunch of marks, I use density and I chose a color palette which is the sunrise sunset, consistent with the color palette of my bar charts. I could have chosen gray. What the density map does, as you all know, it makes it brighter or more denser where more number of marks are. So if I were to have it as a circle, let me explain. There would be more number of sightings in that region. As I fade it out, hope that makes sense. Let me change it back to how it was. And then I stitched it all together using layout containers. So I'm using this outside vertical container, header a horizontal container here, which has two vertical containers, one for the map and the bar chart on the right, and on the left for the filled table and the other bar chart by the hour. This is my action. It's a highlight action. With this, I can then highlight, and it does like so. And that's all that was there to it. Once I'm happy with the work, I go ahead and I publish it to Tableau Public. Hope you find this helpful. Thanks.